Hello everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for September 5th to the 12th, 2025. As you can see, I'm back in my regular location, but this is going to be a short reading. I've just gotten home and my life is in a bit of a chaos, so I'm going to do a short reading, bring through what we need for this week, for you, for me, for everyone who's tuning in. And I'm just going to request that you add your energy to mine wherever you are across time and space. You are an important part of this reading. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths together, please. Pulling our energy into sync across time and space. And with that third exhale, I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth and grounding you here and now in this present moment, knowing that this tree root is not only anchoring you and grounding you and allowing you to be fully here now, but it is also a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children, now and in the future, to do this reading of the week for September 5th to the 12th, 2025. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, both personally and collectively, and to bring through what will help us to be our best at this time, in service to ourselves, in service to each other, and in service to more life. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, as well as an overlighting angel of communication, to be present, to facilitate this exchange, to ensure that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our personal and collective heart and mind at this time through this reading, through pulling one card for our highest and greatest good for this coming week of September 5th to the 12th, 2025. I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container of clarity, of wisdom, of healing, of transformation, of insight, of peace, of well-being. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Anything that doesn't match these frequencies and these intentions is welcome to go now. And I'd also like to acknowledge and thank the overlighting Deva of Heart's Home, where I'm situated, for holding me and grounding me so that I may do my good work in service to more love and life on this planet. All right, my friends, let's get into the reading, shall we? So what do we need to know this week? September 5th to the 12th. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're going to summarize it in one card this week, so that we can pull through what we most need to be very succinct, to be very clear, to benefit from its information and its wisdom, so that we can be at our best. We can use this information in service to our good and the good of all life everywhere, because we are all part of that. All right. And our card this week is the Brooding card. So we have seen this one. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know this has been coming around again and again and again, all through COVID and beyond. We regularly get the Force card. I call it the pruning card, being a gardener, because this isn't this application, random application of force. This is a very deliberate and intentional application of force. This is about us using our mind and our actions in service to cleaning and clearing and making room for what it is that we want more of. So this has been a constant. It's a natural thing that it would be a constant because, well, we are evolving as humanity. We are changing and growing. We are in service. We're becoming more. And as we become more, all that is no longer relevant to us needs to go. There's no point in holding on to old things, old toys, old books, old clothes, old stuff, hobbies we no longer do. Far better to move it out into the world so it can find the people that need it, the people who are motivated and inspired by it, If you did watercolor once upon a time, you're no longer doing watercolor. How magical is it to be able to gift those tools, whether directly or indirectly, onto someone else who is passionately excited about it at this time? That's the spirit of the pruning card. When we have an overgrown shrub in our garden, the first thing we do as gardeners is we cut out all the dead, diseased, and crossing branches. Those are the obvious, the low-hanging fruit, as it were, of the pruning world, because you want to take away that which is taxing the energy and the life force of that tree. And by doing that, you then can assess the structure of the plant and then prune carefully and intentionally for the well-being of that plant, so that light and air can circulate through that plant and it can thrive and produce what it is here to produce, to make its offering to life. Beyond its amazing contribution of oxygen, some plants produce flowers, some produce fruit, some do both. And it's a marvelous thing when a plant is healthy and is supported in being able to deliver its part. And that's the magical thing about humanity. We're here as an interface between nature and life itself. We are here to co-create with nature. We have this amazing capacity to be in relationship with nature, with life, and to use our distinctions, our abilities, our intelligence, our capabilities in service to bettering that life, like a gardener does with an overgrown shrub or an overgrown garden. There are things we can do to make life happen in a better way, in a more harmonious, effortless, easygoing way. We can use our abilities in service to that evolution of life. And that gardening thing is just one example. And that's what the energy of this card is all about, the pruning card. Not only is it about us pruning our own lives so that we're moving out what is extraneous and no longer necessary, so that we are constantly creating room for the new to show up and evolve, but we're also agents of life. Humans are agents of life. We are here to interact with the world in service to more life, to facilitate that becomingness. That's part of our service as humanity. And so this card is asking us, where can we be of service? Not only, of course, in using force to cleanse our own lives, our closets, our stuff, to pass things on, to make room for all the good that we want to pull in. But where also are we in service to each other and in service to the life around us? How can we use our talents, our abilities, our gifts to make the world a better place? By being there, by being who we are, by offering what we're good at, what we're interested in, what we're passionate about. When we do that, that's when it gets really rich and really, really exciting. And so, the Ace of Swords. This is what we need to do this week. To be agents for life, in service to more life, in service to becoming, and to keep it clean and clear in our own experience so that we can be that agent. We can be that free, that open, that wise, that surrendered, that present in the moment, so we can bring our best offering to life in the world in service to more good. That's a really, really auspicious reading for this week, I think. Especially because if I am not mistaken, and I might be mistaken, I believe this is the new year in the Jewish calendar, which is new beginnings. It's like fresh starts. And so this energy of freshness, of setting intention and being deliberate and wise about who we are and what we're doing with our life force, our attention, our energy, and our resources is in brilliant service to more good on the planet. And leveraging this energy of back to school, of back to routine, of the end of summer, it is a fresh start in our cultural calendar for the Western world when our kids go back to school. And it may not affect us if we don't have kids or our kids are grown up, but there's still that general kind of energy of a return to scheduling, a return to order. And we can use the thrust of this time and the energy of this card to set our intention for how it's going to go for this next year. Why not? If it's a new year, and it is, and a fresh start, then let's think about how do we want things to go going forward. And maybe move a few things out in the process to liberate ourselves and create space in our lives. So I hope this was helpful for you. I know it's been helpful for me. Let's take a nice deep breath and pull that information in, calling it in to the cells and the space between the cells, using the breath to come back to ourselves so that we realize the perfection of ourself, our time and place, who we are, what we've come to be, what we've come to share, realizing it's all exactly as it needs to be. We don't need to push any water uphill. We just need to show up with a clean and clear heart, holding right intention and right love for ourselves, for others, for this beautiful planet we call home. And appreciation and gratitude for the space we get to hold and the service we get to bring to life. It is a very good thing. Creator, thank you for this opportunity to bring this reading into the world, to be in service to more love and life. May it serve all those who are listening this week and those who listen beyond, those who are seeking something to hold on to, some clarity, some wisdom, some guidance, so they can make the most of their experience for themselves, for their own joy and unfolding, as well as in service to the greater good and the greater beauty and the greater wonder of it all. I want to thank all those who helped to hold this space today. I want to thank the Spirit of Heart's Home for holding me. And I want to thank the archangels for creating such a beautiful space around all of us across time and space. Wherever you are part of this circle of love and light. Thank you for being in service to that goodness. I wish you a beautiful week, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next Friday. Much love and light.